Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Rose Bouquet. Go ahead and hit like and subscribe. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, so today we're going to be talking about Trisha Paytas and Ethan Klein again. I know, tons of drama, right? Tons of drama. So recently Ethan had put up a post about removing a Frenemies episode, a really old one about Trisha talking about being SA'd by her teacher and that it was causing problems and he had to remove it. Why he decided to do that publicly on Twitter is extremely interesting. He wrote it all out and posted it on Twitter. I guess because he didn't get enough reaction from Trisha on the previous when he said something about calling her a B word and to shut up via a voice bit on his show. And it was just kind of out of nowhere, like the voice over bit for his show. I mean, what was even the point of that? It's like, oh, let's bring this up, like he did this and we cut it or something. Or he did this, probably they were just doing it in their studio when they were watching it. And they played that. And so Trisha didn't really react too much of that. She did a few tweets and that was it. But then he comes out in the next day or two and puts up this huge thing. And it's like, what is Ethan doing? Why is he attacking Trisha so much? It doesn't make any sense. It's kind of like he sees Trisha maybe moving on, making her own show. Because Trisha does fine on her own, and then she has OnlyFans and she has her sponsors and her own YouTube channel. She has a bunch of YouTube channels. So I'm really not sure why he's doing this, maybe out of spite. But regardless of all the hate Trisha's getting, I can pretty much assure you the girl was SA'd as a child. I mean, she was a stripper, she was a prostitute. I mean, all of these things are typical of somebody that grew up in that kind of environment. And she's not okay mentally. And, I do think she has mental problems. So, as far as why this is happening, again, I think there's definitely some spite and anger there. Why? I don't know. Because if you want me to really tell you what I think, it's kind of like Ethan fired Trisha from Frenemies. Because remember, she said the next day she was willing to do the show, and he said no, like the cast wasn't feeling that way, and then, he never asked her to come back on or anything like that. The only thing Trisha did that even Ethan, and this was like months later, is she went on Keemstar's podcast, literally a half an hour show, and just whatever, and that was basically it. And, they've been all doing their own thing and living their own lives, so I'm not really sure why he has it out for her. I just hope he stops because Trisha, she does have mental problems. She's getting ready to get married. She is trying to make her living the best she can. She does do videos, music. She has other things going on in her life. And maybe that makes Ethan angry too, that she goes places and does things, because I know Ethan doesn't really do a lot besides work. So I really don't understand it. Again, why he made that public when he could have just took it down quietly and moved on with his life. And if something else came of it, then, they'd go to Trisha, of course. So it just doesn't make any sense. And all the back and forth is just so petty. And now you got Trisha freaking out and crying on Twitter. They're doing it on Twitter. They're not doing it on YouTube. And then people are pulling it from the YouTube into the Twitter environment. YouTube environment. So it's just getting to be, it's very petty, and it's unfortunate that Ethan feels like this is what he needs to do. I think Trisha is right. The Frenemies podcast was toxic. It was only, when you were talking bad about somebody, it was basically that's the whole show's premise. So I do think it was a good time for it to end. So I just hope that going forward, everybody can kind of stay in their own lane and leave each other alone. Maybe they won't. I see this as a pattern. It just keeps happening because I don't know if they just need more attention or if it gives them more views. I suppose it does. Drama does cause views and attention. So, um, it's just unfortunate because, like I said it before in another video, they are going to be family whether they like it or not. They are going to see each other and deal with each other in the future 100% because Moses has the same parents as Gila. You cannot take that away from them. So, whether Ethan thinks this is a joke or whatever, he does need to still treat Trisha as family and stop treating her as an enemy. She really didn't do anything. She's been minding her own business, moving on with her life, taking on other projects, doing other things. And whether you want to believe her or not, I just think that Ethan is an instigator and he definitely is going after her for some reason. And again, I just don't know why. Maybe his views are down, something of like that. I believe that's probably what's really going on here. But I'm sure you guys will leave your opinion below. Thank you for listening, and please hit like and subscribe. You have a great rest of your day. Bye.